Hi everyone, welcome back to part 15 of my TemTem playthrough. Last episode we went ahead and defeated the third dojo master Tihani, and in this episode we are going to go ahead and move on from Narwhal. I believe we have one more small place to explore, which is the giant banyan, where we'll be able to find a pretty rare TemTem called Kinu. Kinu is a pretty cool TemTem, and if you haven't really decided on a nature type TemTem yet, definitely this is the one to go with. Other than this, I've also added a new TemTem to my team, so I definitely have to level it up as well. Thankfully, I was able to evolve it in the last episode. But here we are, and here is my squad. Most of them are level 42 to 43, but Anatan here is actually a level 33, and I definitely have to level it up in today's episode. Alright, as per the map, we are supposed to go back to the airship. But before that, let me quickly go ahead and update a couple of quests. The first one is with Tali here. If you remember, she was one of the passengers in the airship who got injured, and she's actually resting in her house. We have actually promised her that we'll tell some kind of really good story from each of these regions. She does give us really good items if we do complete her quest, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to complete as much as possible. But of course, that is the update on this quest. I believe we have a couple more updates, and I still have to catch a Yukama for one of the updates or one of the quests to complete, so that is still on my list. I believe we'll be able to find this TemTem in the third region, so it's pretty easy. We'll anyway get a chance to go ahead and catch that TemTem in the future. But of course, here is a paparazzo. If you remember, we did actually talk to him initially, where he requested us to go ahead and check out where the star is actually staying. But when we made our way to Superior Omniscia and talked to the star, she mentioned that we should lie to him and help her. So it is our choice. We can either tell where she went or we can just lie about it. Either way, we do complete that quest and get a item. But here I am back. Now that I do have the crystal skates, it's so much easier for me to actually access the giant banyan. There we go, we are almost there. Now the giant banyan will actually be a bit more different from what we saw before. If you remember, the floors were completely empty, but now they are actually filled with grass, and we do have a couple of encounters here as well. But as far as I remember, there isn't any new TemTem other than Kinu, so I'm just gonna go ahead and run around until I do encounter one of them. Well, this is the second time I'm actually trying to catch Kinu. The first time I did try to catch it, I accidentally, destroyed it. So I had to run around a bit more. But of course, it is only 10% chance, so you might have to run around for around 10 to 15 minutes to be able to encounter one of them. Also, be a bit careful. If your TemTems are higher in level, you might accidentally kill Kinu, as it is around level 20. But here I'm able to catch it, so that's pretty cool. It is part metal type as well, so if you don't really have a metal type TemTem in your team, in this case it would definitely be the starter, as you don't really find anything else. So if you have not chosen the starter, go ahead with Kinu. It's a super cool TemTem. But now that we have caught it, let me quickly go ahead and use a scent. The main reason for me to come down here to where we were defeating the Bel Soto clan members is that there is a room at the end where Carlos snuck into. I definitely want to check it out. I would recommend coming here before you leave this region, as the next time you might come here might be a bit further into the game. So go ahead and explore these places before you move to the next region. I'm also just trying to talk to all of these NPCs who are standing around. None of them are really trainers, so you don't have to worry about any kind of battles. You can definitely go ahead and train up your fire type TemTems here, as all of the TemTems in this area are nature type TemTems and they do give you a bit of experience. We also have a Omnisian reporter here, which is pretty nice. But entering the room that we did see before, we have a couple different stickers. Madrid, which is a TemTem we'll see super soon. The second one is a damaged one. But there is a diary. I did go ahead and read through this one. It seems that it's a diary from Lady Lottie and she's complaining about not having a really good tea. She's also talking about how Dr. Hamijo, who we did see in the volcano, has been doing some kind of experiment to find diamond TemTems. She's also super furious about not having a certain type of tea, which is hilarious to read. Dr. Hamijo has finally made some progress, but I'm afraid of what they've actually found. As far as you might know the storyline, we have absolutely no idea what a diamond TemTem is. Hopefully I'll be able to find out some details as we go to Kisiva, which is our next destination. But it's also good if we do have this diary with us, so we go ahead and carry it. The next one is a silicon shard and the last one is a protein, right? Now that diary is pretty important. In the future you'll go ahead and give this diary to Carlos, so go ahead and pick this one up. It is a part of the storyline. I'm really not sure how the storyline is going to run if you don't pick up this diary. It might go forward or they might ask you to go back and find her diary. So definitely this is a shortcut for you. Either way, made my way back to Nanga, where we are actually gonna go ahead and head out to the airship. That is where we have to actually meet up with the captain so that we can actually go to the next region. This is gonna be super cool. I'm excited for it. Alright, here we are. Let me talk to Augustin, who we have come to know by now. He did help us escape from Max the last time we had a battle. But of course, we do enter the airship. Ooh, something happened. Oh, we are under attack. That's not good. I hope we'll be able to do something, considering that we are an airship and we might crash down. You can definitely go ahead and heal up your team members by just placing them in the box and bringing them out. I believe this is a feature that Pokemon games tend to have as well. Either way, it's time for me to head out. Hopefully the other passengers are really not hurt. Although it does seem that the doors have been locked. Ooh, the books. It's painful to see the books just lying around like that over there. But if we do head upstairs, it seems that there are two air pirates from Belsoto clan who do challenges. I'm guessing they were the ones who actually destroyed our airship. And I kind of feel like Lady Lottie is behind this. After all, she has seen us interfere with her tasks and her quests. So she's probably pretty pissed off and is trying to kind of get back at us by destroying the airship. Either way, it's a pretty tough battle if you're not ready for it. In my case, I think it should be pretty fine. Even though both of these TemTems are fully evolved, my TemTems are a bit higher in level, so I should be able to do pretty good damage. You also have a chance to go back to your room and heal up your team members. So go ahead and do that, as you will have a boss battle coming up. Right, here are the next two TemTems, and we see Baboong, which is actually the final evolution of the third starter. Or maybe it's the mid-evolution. I'm really not sure, as I've never used it. I'm also excited to get the final evolution of my own starter, Dental, right here. I wonder when it will actually evolve. I haven't really done much research on this game, so I'm really not sure how many levels it takes each of these TemTems to evolve. But I can definitely tell you that it's around level 25 or like 25 levels, sometimes 30 levels for certain TemTems. Either way, I think this battle went way well than what I expected. Both Tentil and Saipat were able to take care of all of these team members. There we go. Now that we have destroyed these two trainers, they do run away. I did go back to heal up my TemTems, and let's quickly go outside. Ooh, everyone's battling, and there is Lady Lottie, who is pretty happy with destroying this airship. Ooh, she did find us here and is pretty angry with us. She does call us a Denizian peasant, which is pretty funny. Hopefully we'll be able to destroy her as well, defeat her in this battle, and hopefully save our airship, which is actually kind of flying down to the earth, or in this case I would say the cliffs that are randomly hovering around. So she does start with Ecalibus and Focus. I did decide to go ahead and switch out my TemTem, which is Anatan, as it's lower in level and probably will not do much damage. This battle is pretty tough as well. Regardless of how higher your TemTems are, all of the boss battles in this game are super tough and very tricky. The AI is pretty good, so you do have to have some kind of strategy before going into a battle. I definitely did not have that, and as you can see, I'm struggling a bit. At this point, I was just trying to search for an antidote, although I really don't like to actually use antidotes or awakening items. I mean, I'm just fine with the one-turn antidote. I mean, it does actually doesn't really matter too much. Sadly, Tentil right here went down. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. For the next one, I decided to bring out Saipat. Gazuma is definitely keeping its stance, and it is able to do some really good damage. Unfortunately, I'm not able to really use the powerful move right here, so Chain Lightning will do. Decided to switch out from Saipat and go into Saku, as it resists electric type moves. Ooh, almost took down the Banshee. Really wish that it didn't survive over there. Alright, it seems that Saipat is learning a new move, Water Jet. I think I'll keep all of the moveset that I have right now. At this point, I definitely have to switch in Saipat once more, considering that Raycan is up on field. Raycan is super powerful, especially with its straight Prideful, so I do have to take it down immediately as soon as it comes out. I was at least able to take care of the Banshee in the meantime. Alright. Oh, it actually has Fire Chip, which increases its fire type move. I guess I shouldn't have switched out Gazuma. Maybe Saku would have been the better choice to be switched out. Either way, the Tsunami definitely did more damage than I expected it to. And Saipat can take most of these moves without too much of an issue. Sadly, neither of the TemTems went down, so I do have to be a bit careful. For the next turn, I went with the water type move, or I think it's an ice type move in this case, with Raycan, and switched out Saku to bring out Kazuma. This should be pretty good. There we go, Raycan is down, which is a relief. Trust me, you do not want to have that TemTem up in the field for too long. I just remember one of these battles that I played in my previous playthrough, and that was super difficult, especially because I let a Raycan just be on the field for multiple turns. It literally destroyed my whole team. After that, I have just decided that I'll never have that TemTem up on field. Either way, we are able to defeat Lady Lottie, which is pretty good. She is really not going to criticize much. I guess she can't really do much considering that she has done the damage. And we are heading towards the land, which is really not good. They're not able to really repair anything or do anything about the buoyancy, so I guess we just have to hold on tight. Hopefully we do survive. And we crash. Not good. We were supposed to go to Kisiva, which is where the next attack is supposed to happen. And I'm hopefully closer to it. Hopefully there isn't too much of an issue. But here is the smoke and screen and the airship. We are in the wreck of Narwhal. Ouch, my head. Definitely that was pretty bad. Oh no. Also, it seems that we have lost most of our items. The surfboard, the map, the fuel, the skates that were pretty important. Thankfully, One-Eyed Matthew here is alright. I mean, he is kind of wounded, but he is looking around and does ask us to look around as well. Sadly, my team is really not healed either. Let me walk around the crash and try to pick up all of these sparkling items, which are probably what we just lost. Here's Augustine. He seems to be alive and okay, but a little bit wounded. He can just take rest. It's a bit difficult to see all of the items, but I'm able to find at least the archipelago map, which is good. Here's another passenger. I'm also trying to cover this whole space so that I don't actually miss any of the items that I'm supposed to be picking up. I'm also worried about the little kid that we did recruit into the airship. Hopefully he's okay. Here's another passenger. And there's another item. Alright, chamomile, not what I was looking for. Here's another sailor, and here's someone we know. It's Adya, who's actually our captain. Pretty good. She is not hurt, which is really helpful. We although must actually look around, but at least we are able to see that the kid is okay, which is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty brave of him. We do get 2 full restores and another item right here, which is grease. Okay. Looking around, we have another item right here, 6 bomb plus, which is helpful. We did see One-Eyed Matthew, but I'm not going to talk to him right now. Let me look around this area a bit more, collect all of the other items. We also get our Tem card plus, which is helpful. Alright, I think we are almost done, but there are still a couple of items that I'm missing. So let me go ahead and look around once more. Alright, here's another item, and it's our fuel, which is helpful. Definitely need that item. I haven't seen my surfboard, but it seems that One-Eyed Matthew is here. He has found a couple of passengers as well as the chef. Alright, there's one more person that we have to actually find, which is the navigator. She is right here. Alright. Thankfully we did find her as well. Once we do regroup, it seems that One-Eyed Matthew is deciding to be the hero and is actually going to go ahead and try to find some help. Unfortunately, we are in a pretty dangerous place. This area is actually called Tukma, and it's actually the 3rd region. It's filled with a lot of poison type or toxic type TemTems. So definitely you'll be able to add one to your team if you really like them. In this case though, sadly, Oklana here is actually hurt. She broke her leg. We definitely need to send some help. The first thing she does say is that there's only one city in Tukma and it's underground. And we do have to find someone called Neolin who lives by a certain area. Corrupted Badlands. I guess that is what we'll be exploring pretty soon. Although I think this is actually a pretty good place for me to end out this episode. I mean, I definitely need to give my character here some rest. She did go through a crash after all. I think we'll go ahead and explore the corrupted land as well as the rest of Tukma in the upcoming episode. Super excited for it, as we do have a ton of new TemTems and a ton of battles that are coming up. Either way, hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel, as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon or Ko-fi, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you all in the next one.